Hello and welcome. Today is checkout day from this amazing hotel with this absolutely stunning view. So it's early in the morning, but today's day of plan of attack is to get to at least 3 different Lego stores in Canada. We're literally going to go in, check the pamphlet, check what is new, because it's now just the start of the month. So there's new releases that are out. They weren't in the last upload videos that you would have already seen. And then I've got to then try and get back to the airport before my flight this evening. So this could go quite wrong. Loads and loads of travel involved. So it's going to be shop, travel, and we're just going to compare all the big models, compare the pad wall, see what's new in each store. I want to try and get at least to 3 of them. There might be one at the airport as well, which I'll try and add into this video. And if I get enough time, what I will do is I'll do a full tour video again, just to see how much the stock and store has changed since I went to 1 or 2 of them the other day. Now I'm going to be doing this solo, and the first store that we're going to, I've never even been. So like I said, it's going to be an interesting one. I know for this first store, you've got to get on at least 2 trains, potentially a bus, and then there is a walk as well. So there's lots of different bits and pieces that can go wrong. And then from one store to another, they're good distances, all the different subways, all the different transportation that we've got to try and take, trams. There's going to be no Lyft or Ubers involved. It's all going to be public transport. So we're going to give it a go, see what happens. I've got all day to kill before I go back to the airport, so it should be nice and emotional. But stick around, let us know what you think. What I need to do is I need to pack all my bags up, I need to strip the bed, I need to get everything together, then we can crack on, and then we'll go to a voiceover and get going. Right, that's me packed, beds are stripped, so hopefully I've got everything. Let's just do a quick room check before we head off to the first store. Still not 100% sure where we're going, nothing there, nothing on the floor, no shower gel left, perfect. Bag number 1, hoodie to put on, trainers to put on, done. Right, so we are now going to head off, I do believe, to the train station if I can make it in time. If I can't get to the train station, I've then got to divert to the bus station because they sort of stagger where they go at what times they go. So it's already interesting because I'm looking at the time going, well, if I go to that, it'll be there. And each lump of connections all take completely different times. Some take an hour and a half, some can take up to 2:45. So like I said, it's just going to be snippet bits and pieces of the travel, paddle, big bits and pieces, and then we'll just see what is what. But last time to say goodbye to the room. The room is available with the hotel in a full hotel upload, so if you want to hunt that down at whatever time. But let's stick on topic and let's get to the Lego stores. Right, we are away. Oh my days, was it difficult enough to put this video together, let alone watch this back with how painful certain bits turn out to be. I have never done so much public transport in my life, let alone in one day. I must have got on double digits of trains, 4 or 5 different buses, and then I had a long flight back in the evening. So plan of attack in my head is I wanted to be on the train by 10:30 in the morning and then just crack on and get going. So it would get me to where I needed to be for the first Lego store by about 11:15-ish. There's delays for the first one, which is a little bit of a nightmare, so then I didn't get on until the 11:30 one. And then later on in the afternoon, the actual train going back to the airport had broken down, so then that turns into another sort of Laurel and Hardy event, and we're just running around all over the place. But I carry this suitcase with me until I get back to the airport. So the wheels on this thing are absolutely knackered. But we are on our way to this train station currently, and then like I said, we've got all sorts of snippets of different bits and pieces. We managed to get to 2 of the 3 Lego stores I wanted to get to, and really annoying, I was at the wrong terminal for the Lego airport, which is a little bit of a shame. So it was lucky dip. There's only Terminal 1 and Terminal 3. I went from T1, and I think the Lego store's in T3 or vice versa. So that is the first plan of attack. That's all the different things I needed to get on to get to the first Lego store, which was simple enough. So it's a train, bus back. Then it was a train to Union Station to the subway all the way to the next Lego store, and then it was a subway for nearly 2 hours to the next Lego store. That is where I had to bail to then come back, and then it just got messy very, very quickly. So we'll go along with it for the next 20 minutes or so. We do end up this video at the actual airport, so it's all right. And what I will do is I will put a full video together of how you get from Union Station back to the airport with the full walk. I only put snippets in just so you can see how far it actually is to get there. And then from there, what we'll do is then obviously we'll end the video when we're actually at the airport. But there are some more transportation videos to come. So even though this is the last kind of upload of me walking and talking about, there are 2 or 3 different things I think you guys and girls might find a little bit helpful. Now, this is my first bit of transportation after using my own legs. Get onto this thing, and it's a double-decker, and you're away. So nice and simple. So there is a video coming or already uploaded, depending on when you're watching this video, of me actually getting from the airport to here, or Union Station, sorry, shall I say, to here. And we go through every single station. It's about an hour and 20, I think, if you just didn't get off from Hamilton all the way through. So there's that video available, and then I've done the Union Station, which is where you actually get on somewhere different. But I'll let you listen to the chat, have a chit chat.
Stops along the way. After a brief stop at Union, this train will continue east, making all station stops to Durham College Oshawa GO Station. My name's Dave, I'm your customer service ambassador. You can find me in the center of this train, in accessible coach 2533. On behalf of GO Transit and your operating crew, we'd like to thank you for riding with us this morning. We hope you have an enjoyable trip. Our first station stop will be Aldershot. Aldershot's next.
So you really do not want to get off on the wrong station, but this one was easy enough. So this was going to a Lego store that I had not yet been to on the visit, and it was a nice thing. So it's snippets to come of the actual Lego store, and there's already a video uploaded of the full Lego store itself. So there's lots of different bits and pieces to have a look at. The paddle was nice. It had like a Halloween thing ready. So what we're about to look at might be legs, it might be the floor. You've got to remember, I have a backpack, I have a big suitcase, I have a camera, and I'm trying to carry everything at the same time, and I've only got a hoodie pocket. So we will see exactly what's about to happen in comes. This is the first bit that we're about to get off at, because obviously you've got to miss everybody that's getting on, because nobody ever waits for you to get off, which is never fun, especially when you've got so much bits and pieces. But it was shorts and t-shirt weather, so we are away. So you can see where you've got to walk. I just guessed it, to be honest, and just ended up walking around, found the stairs all the way down. You then walk through the car park, find the bus then takes you to the next thing. Luckily, Google Maps is available, so it's a easy enough thing when you can follow it. The signposts are there anyway, so I actually end up having to come back to here to go all the way back to Union Station to then get on the subway, to then get on the subway to the other, what I was hoping, 2 Lego stores. Like I said, there is a lot of transport. So that is what I was on. That is the GO Transportation. That is off. So I stopped off at Long Branch, I think that is. So you can see that in the corner just there, and it's all to do with GO. GO is, I do believe, one of the main transportations in Canada. And then up, I do believe I'm getting this right, is the other thing that we need to look at for the actual transportation to the main train station. So as we just walk past a couple of people, what I am trying to do is clean the lens and be clever and try and hold it without the actual main stick on. Because like I said, I just don't have enough hands. I am dragging that bright yellow suitcase now for the next 9-10 hours. This is the noise. That noise did not get boring whatsoever. So we are still walking from where we've just got off. Got to walk to the next bit of bus, so we're actually getting to the bus stop. That was easy, so simple. It was literally the bus stop terminal to the train station is right there, and then you get on something called a loop, and it just loops you around. So that, again, super easy to get on. You just literally pay the toll of $3 or whatever it is, and then you get off at your station, you get obviously, and then you get back on when you need to get back on, you finish the loop, and then you just come back here. So that was easy enough for me. So I didn't get lost with that, which was lucky. But obviously, if you're not into your walking and you don't like walking, you're not really going to like what I'm doing, because you have a lot of walking and a lot of transportation. Like I said, this video is only 22 minutes long, and it was probably, what did you say, got the first one by 11:30. Got to the airport for 8. So I am on the go for 8 hours before I get to an airport which is full of delays, and then get stuck there for a while, and then I've got a 6.5-7 hour flight back. Then I've got near enough a 2 or 3 hour drive back. So no sleep, very long 48 hours, but memorable and good fun. So we have just got on the bus. You didn't see it because it was impossible to film. I did manage to film a little bit on the way back. If you've ever seen the film Speed, that's what it reminds me of. So we are at the first shopping complex, which is where we're going to be having a look at the first Lego shop. So like I said, it's just snippets. We'll have a quick look, and there is a video available of this already. So try and find it on the map, loop it round, follow the blue. Luckily I'm on the main level. I'm already there, so it's nice and simple. Away you go. So now it's a very pretty building. It looks nice enough. So this is it. So there I am walking my silly suitcase all the way through. Got there again. I wanted to get there earlier, but it was an hour delay to start with, so it knocked everything off by an hour. But it doesn't matter. You can see they've got the really nice Harry Potter and the Disney Castle side by side. Very surprised actually how big the Harry Potter set is compared to the castle, and they were on the same level. Really do like the Concorde. I think I am going to have that Concorde flying over my theme park. Right, pick a brick. Pause it. I have put a photo in as well, so you can see what they did for Halloween. I thought it was a really nice touch. So you can just build up your own bits and pieces, and you can build like a Halloween treat, which I thought was a really nice thing, to be honest. It's always nice when they do that kind of thing. I've seen that in Dubai a few times, and that's always a nice thing when they do that, where you can sort of build little bits and pieces, and it makes it a bit more memorable that way, which I really do like the look of. Really good selection of bits and pieces. It was a girthy store, this one, not the longest, but it was nice and wide. Good selection of bits and pieces, loads of space down the middle. Like I said, you're going to have a much better look in the actual full store tour. You've got all of the BAM minifigures where they were actually in packs ready if you wanted to get them. I actually did end up picking up one of these from a different store, which is always nice and handy to do. I got this from the other store before I left because they had all the Halloween jumpers, the Halloween heads, and they were just beside the till, so that was nice and simple. What I did like about this store is that they had loads and loads of display cabinets all the way around the outside, so you can see you've got lots and lots of things to pick from and look at. Now we'll have a look at some of the photos. So this is the back of the actual castle. And then obviously you've got the comparison of the new Harry Potter set just beside it. I think they're both absolutely massive. This is the top part of the pick a brick. So you can see you've got the Halloween, which again, nice, loads and loads of orange. And then you can see there that how it actually works. So you've got your 3 steps. Make up your pumpkin, and then you can have a bit of a blast with it. And then there's a photo of some of the key rings as well. Small selection of key rings there, much larger than the other one. Now I've walked all the way back through, and I am back to the bus stop, waiting for the bus, which didn't turn up. It did not turn back up for ages. I was looking at Google Maps, and my bus number was not there. I was absolutely raging to the point of where I downloaded the app. Eventually it turned up, so if you've seen Speed, listen to this. Yes, I was sat on my suitcase because there was no chairs. So that was how hard that was. Bearing in mind, backpack under one leg, sat on a suitcase on the other, while trying to film something on my phone. That's why we looked at the floor more times than not. And again, with these kind of things, it's just very difficult to do. So rather than editing out all the little bits and pieces where it looks at the floor, you're going to have to grim and bear it. So I've just re-walked back the walk that we did on the way there. There's no point in adding that bit in. And then you just got the 2 stations. So you can see you've got the different platforms. You can pick and choose where it is that you want to go. Really hot now. The weather's really toasty. And I've realised actually that I had about a half-hour wait for this as well. So ended up going to the vending machine, get myself a Monster, sit down in the shade and just watch some of the trains go shooting by. Really comfortable, really pleasant place to be. And then obviously make my way back to the platform that I was at. Get on it, and note because it's the same Go train that I need to get on, so I need to get to Union Station, which is where we're going to be going to. So I end up getting on that. We're on that now, and I'm trying to charge my phone up because I was on it so much in the morning. We are now at Union Station. This place is absolutely massive. So you've got to walk all the way through Union Station to then get to the subway on the opposite side. Once you've then done that, you can then get on all the little bits and pieces that you want to get on. So there is a huge amount of sort of subway, a bit like London really. The underground is enormous. So I ended up walking all the way through one way to get on the subway, to get to a Lego store, to then stay on that subway, like I said, for a good hour and a half, to then get an emergency alert on my phone to let me know that the up transportation was not running properly, to get there earlier because everything was going to be delayed. So then I jumped off, got on the other side, which is what you'll see in a second. So we're going from Union Station, which is on the right side. You can see now we're going to the subway. So we are now on the subway side of the Union Station. It's incredible just how bigger this transportation thing is. It's the biggest bit that I've ever seen with regards to trains. So again, you have to get one of your tickets. You pay for that like we did at the start. That's just simple enough to get. You can get like a 2-way, 4-way, or you can get an all-day pass. And then that is what the inside of my pocket looks like as we're walking around, trying to figure out exactly the best way to go. Because again, the subway has, well, probably like 50 different ways you can go.
getting down to different bits and pieces. You've got the elevators, you've got the escalators, and just, yeah, it's one of those. You do not want to get it wrong because there's 4 different lines. Each line's coloured, so that's easy enough. So I just need the yellow line. Jumped on it at Union, so I'd look. I think this is number 1 anyway. And then you just wrap it around and you just stay there. So that's basically where I'm at. I'm looking for one of them at the top left. So I end up going left because obviously if you go the wrong way, you'll end up going right. So I ended up going all the way left to then come and loop it all the way back around again and cut the other way. So that was it. So we've been on it, we've got off it, and we're at the next station. That's how quick you've got to keep up with that. So we have now moved on about another hour and 20 on the subway. And we are making our way now to the next Lego store. I told you it was complicated to put this together because it's lots and lots of snippets, all of it together. So we are now at the next shopping complex. So this is the walk that you've got to do from the shopping complex. It's really, really simple. As you can see, you just literally just carry on walking. So we're at Yorkdale. Now, Yorkdale already has a video uploaded, a beautiful store. It's a new fully furbed store. It's all been refurbed with regards to lighting and everything on the outside. And this is the one that has lots and lots of different bits and pieces on display. But I went back here purposely to see the new bits that had just come out for the launch of the new Star Wars bits and pieces, and it did not disappoint because they had it as you first walked into the store. And like I said, they got a really, really good selection of BAM bits and pieces, and they had them made up look. So I ended up picking those up. They had them right by the till, really nice and simple. Now, I've never seen the Clone Wars, but I do quite like the look of this ship. It does not seem bulky like the other big block of cheese, but speaking to the members of staff, their words were, it was interesting putting it together. So I would imagine that would be an absolute nightmare, just like the other UCS sets are. But they do have the good UCS stuff on display here. They've got the big Falcon on display and all the other bits and pieces. So they had some nice stuff. You can see they got the really nice selection, and they did have the new Vikings village up there. And they had all of the new Christmas stuff on display as well, which is really, really nice to see. But like I said, this is literally just a highlight reel mixed in with a horrific amount of travelling. But I really do like that set. I need to order that and get it done and get it in my display, and keep your eyes peeled for the full Winter Village haul and all of the other Winter Village sets as well, because I've got a fair few of them that I'm going to be doing unboxing videos for all of them. Do like the gingerbread ornaments, and I've obviously already got the Santa's sleigh. I really do like making the Winter Village displays up, but I think I am going to be making a permanent Winter Village in my own theme park. I've got the thing at the bottom, and I've also got the big Christmas tree as well. So that is the one that is missing. I need the Alpine Lodge in my collection, and I'm very, very much looking forward to getting it and then putting it together. If you've got the Viking Village, let me know. I've seen some of you already upload those videos already, and obviously depending on when you're watching this, you might already have it in your collection as well. So let us know what you think. Does it go well with the pirate bits and pieces? I am a big fan of that, and like I said, I'm a big fan of this store with regards to just the volume of stock that you've got in here. The good Lego Dream Selection and a Lego Creator. The one thing that was really hard to find in Canada across the whole board was actually Monkey Kid sets. I was quite surprised how difficult it is to find any Monkey Kid related sets in official Lego stores, but they do have them on the Canadian Lego website. So it's not a theme that is not available, but it's just very difficult to get in store. But then obviously if you can get it home delivered for free, then obviously you can just do that. But I'm just quite surprised for their own theming that they don't have it here. So if you find it difficult to get them over in the States as well, please let us know, because that's something I was quite surprised about. But then at the same time, it doesn't bother me because I can get them easy enough. A couple of pictures. That was the current giveaway at the time. So this was the day of that coming out. I thought it was quite a weird thing for it to come out, and I'm sure some of you really like it. Some of you aren't too fussed about it. And then there's just some key rings of some little bits and pieces as well. And I think we're going to finish off with the pad wall. So this is just some bits and pieces they've got on display. This pad wall was much smaller than the other store, but again, it is what it is. Now from here, the plan was just to walk back. No point filming anything that I've already filmed. Get on the subway. So we are here, but I'm off to get back on to go the opposite way because I've just had an absolute nightmare. So I was on that, and then I got an emergency alert on my phone, so I had to cross over to get on the next one to come all the way back. So I was actually stuck on their subway for nearly 2.5 hours, which was a bit of a nightmare because I was getting really close to the other Lego store, and then I had to come back off again, which is a little bit of a shame. Now, what you would have just seen is we're now walking the opposite way. So we've just come out of the subway bit, and now I am walking towards the transportation to get the train that takes you directly to the airport. So even though you're looking at the floor, you have to do this walk. This place is enormous. So if you get nervous around people or you're not too good with directions, you've got to be careful and really read where you're going, because there's multiple different ways you can go, and there's a huge food court as well on the inside of this place where you can just grab a massive bite to eat if you want to. It's very, very impressive looking at it and walking around it. But where we are walking to is just a completely different part of this train station. So you've seen that there's two sides to it. This is another bit that I've not even explored yet, and we're now walking all the way through to get to the next bit that I need to get on to then catch the train back to the airport. And that is going to be another video that is available of how you get there fully, and also then what it looks like on the actual train with regards just to the view and everything. So where we're walking out through now, it's still the same bit. So we're still walking around. The external part of this building must be monumental. Now you're still walking through, and eventually you come to a really, really small ticket kiosk where you just get the ticket that you need. Luckily, I was just right on time. I jumped on it. There was no delays then because all the hassle and heartache of everything had disappeared. So we're still walking, we're still walking down to where we need to go. So you can see there's an airport sign now, so we're still going the right way. No, that isn't the airport, that is the train to the airport. This is where you get the ticket from. So I got the Up Express ticket, you pay for it all, nice and simple. And then from there, you then just walk up, loop it around on the corner, and then you are good to go. So you can see the different pricing of everything. I'm struggling to hold everything, that's why it's taking so long. So I end up putting it all down, pay for it, and then jobs are good. And walk up this slope and then go to the left hand side, and there's another place that you can sit down, grab a bite to eat. I don't know what happens if you carried on going a little bit further, but guys, that is basically it. I am done. So hopefully you find it interesting. The challenge was an absolute epic fail. I wanted to do a lot more than what I wanted to, but like I said, I was out here for hours and hours, and by the time I actually got through security and everything like that, which has already been uploaded in the airport video, it was an absolute nightmare. So I was up well over 40 hours on that day, but guys, it is what it is. So as always, if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Feedback below if you're local, let us know what you think and if you're going to be coming here. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I hope to catch you next one. Ta-da.